Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot it down.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight, we're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and your eyes are not deceiving you. There are left and right-hand turns out there on this track for tonight's event. Tonight's event is the Casting for Hope 120. The drivers all should, for the most part, be sporting a teal wheel and show of support for the Casting for Hope 120. You guys would like to find out what the Casting for Hope is? There is a link provided down below in the broadcast description. And I also would be remiss if we did not give a special shout out and thank you to Scott Haney, who is putting on tonight's event. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight, guys. My name is KR Stolfus, and I hope you all are strapped in and holding on tight to something, because this is going to be a wild show here tonight. Last time we were at a road course, Chad Frankenfield put in a dominating performance. If that transfers over, and if Chad can be the first repeat winner in the series, had 3 completed races. We've had 3 completely different winners. The session kicks over into qualifying. Are starting to roll out on track. It is pretty much every driver out there, every man for himself. We'll see how this works for our drivers. First one out right there, though, that is the 97 of Levi Zielinski. He is going to have that nice clean air through the corners, but that is going to help the 12 machine. Damian Leininger behind 97. Leininger going to try and get that draft through these straightaways. Wow! We'll get it right sooner or later. A lot of drivers showing up here. 29 drivers had taken a time in practice. We'll see how many will continue on and qualifying with us. 97 having that fresh air. Looks like he's pulling away a little bit from the 12 in this qualifying session. $10 minutes total time for qualifying here. Practice times were in the 1:18 range, but they can boot for qualifying. '73 machine Michael Goodman lean on to the oval part of this Roval. Bus stop chicane here. This is the redesigned Charlotte Roval, updated, or however you'd like to call it. Right now, the 95 machine of Joshua Adams with the quickest lap time, and then as I say that, the 11 of Matthew Weeks posts a time a little bit faster. These were drivers that crossed the start-finish line in the pit lane as they were rolling out. 97 of Levi Zielinski was the first one out on track. He's coming around to complete his first timed lap. We'll get a good idea what kind of lap times we'll expect to see here as these first few cars cross the start-finish line. Catching some curbing there, really throwing the car up in the air. Upsets the car a little bit, and nothing that Levi can't handle. A 1:19.854 for Levi Zielinski. Brett McBride in the 5 machine. Qualified on pole last time we were at a road course in Montreal, Canada. Brett gonna see if he can put this thing on pole again, as he's got a 1:17.707. He's gonna shut it down. 15 machine of Chad Frankenfield completing his fast lap at a 1:18.766. Good enough for second place for the moment. Lap time's really starting to roll in now. Aaron Rexing in the 10 machine, good enough for 5th place at the moment. '64 machine of Andrew Rucker. He is tucked in behind the 73 of Michael Goodman. We go on board with the 64. Goodman a little sideways there. Is going to tag that wall. Invalidates that lap for Goodman. Rucker able to avoid him, keeping his lap time relevant. He is going to let the 77 machine go right on by the 77. Trying to find him on my scoring sheet. That is Jacob Bell. Joe Torres in the 00 shutting it down. Stephen McGough in the 83. Right now he finds himself in 20th spot on the speed chart. Ethan Brell in the 37 machine. He's shutting it down. So I did not see who that was, but two other drivers shutting it down very quickly. Brett McBride holding on to the top spot, but Adam Meyer in the 04, sitting in second place. The 6 of Logan Shea in third. Logan Shea with a good qualifying time here. Working his way up and down this infield section. Car looking like it was bouncing all over the place. These drivers having to deal with all of that elevation change, curbs, everything through that middle section of this track, or the infield section, if you will. Seven machine of Joshua Personette. Right now he is in 15th place. We have had 25 drivers take a qualifying time. Dallas Myhan sitting in the pit lane there, waiting for his chance to roll out, along with the 86 machine of Ethan Reisner. Both drivers have turned a qualifying time. They are finding themselves in the middle of the pack for the moment. Joshua Clark in the 28 machine. He has slowed it down here. He lets the 00 of Torres go right on by. David Tooker getting ready to roll out in the 19. He makes his way down this pit lane. Tyler Riggs in the 26, currently posting 16th quick on the speed chart. So far, nobody has had anything from Brett McBride. Adam Meyer currently in second, trying to lay down a quicker lap. We'll see if he can get it done. Well, guys, while these drivers wrap up qualifying, we are going to step away and play the national anthem, and we will be back with your starting lineup for tonight's event. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we are on the Roval portion of this speedway. And now I present to you our starting lineup. Row number 1 gonna be made up of the 5 of Rhett McBride, laying down a fast lap of 1:17.707. Rhett gonna see if he can lead this thing from flag to flag. On his outside of row number 1, Adam Meyer in the 04 machine. Row 2 will be the 15 machine of Chad Frankenfield and the 97 of Levi Zielinski. Row 3 will be the 6 of Logan Shea and the 94 of Kendall Noah Player. Row 4 will be the 19 of David Tooker and the 12 of Damian Leininger. Row 5 will be the 10 of Jared Brexine and the 00 of Joe Torres. Row 6 will be the 64 of Andrew Rucker and the 41 of Dallas Myhan. Row 7 will be the 42 of Thomas George and the 28 of Joshua Clark. Row 8 will be the 37 of Ethan Burrell and the 26 of Tyler Riggs. Row 9 will be the 7 of Joshua Personette and the 83 of Stephen McGough. Row 10 will be the 95 of Joshua Adams and the 86 of Ethan Reasoner. Row 11 will be the 77 of Jacob Bell and the 3 machine, tonight's race patron, Scott Haney. Row 12 will be the 73 of Michael Goodman and the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Row 13 will be the 46 of Jose Mejia and the 9 of Rusty Cadwell. Row 14 will be the 25 machine of Joshua Furr and the 28, or in 28th spot outside row 14, the 40 machine of Chris Young. Bringing up rear of the field tonight, the 89 machine of Brent Jones, the 87 of Richard Hines. That is our starting lineup here tonight. 30 drivers looking to go racing. Brett McBride in control of this field. All right. Chad Frankenfield, anxious to make it 2 in a row on the road courses. Picked up the win in Montreal. Brett McBride challenged him until he started making a few mistakes. We'll see if Brett McBride can go mistake-free here tonight. Onto the front stretch. Here we go. Green flag is out. Brett McBride on the throttle. Chad Frankenfield able to get a good jump there as well. The 04 of Adam Meyer on the outside lane. Frankenfield going to make the pass there, moving into second. The 04 following the third. Levi Zielinski in the 97 machine going to settle into 4th place for the moment. Cars trying to get single file here as they work their way through this infield section. 19 machine of David Tooker trying to make a move on the 6 of Logan Shea. But Brett McBride in the 5 machine already starting to open up a bit of a gap. Heading into the bus stop chicane, the 5 machine really bouncing around through there. Doesn't bother him a whole lot as he stays hard on the throttle. Back onto the oval section, he goes onto the front stretch. Once he gets out of turn 4 here of the oval, hard on the brakes to make it into this front stretch chicane. And Rhett McBride gonna lead the first lap of this race. Your top 5 after our opening lap looks like Rhett McBride, Chad Frankenfield, Anna Meyer, Levi Zielinski, and Logan Shea. And all that can change in a heartbeat. Joe Torres in the 00 machine. Off pace here for the moment. Something has happened to him. Looks like he's able to continue on, maybe having a slight little spin. Back this up as he was just slow getting off the corner. Very slow in that 00. He is able to continue. Got some 2 wide action here. The 10 machine, Jared Rexing, battling with the 94 of Kendall Player. Player's slow here. The 64 of Andrew Rucker diving it in. Almost tried to get to the back of the 10 machine, but Rucker with a good move there. And Kendall Player losing some more spots in that 94 machine as Thomas George in the 42 gonna squeeze by as well. I want to give a shout out and thank you to everyone joining us on YouTube. I know the Elite Racing League has quite the following. Got to hang out with a lot of you in YouTube chat last week at Richmond. We'll see if we can work on getting me to pronounce any other names incorrectly / correctly. Ethan Burrell and Tyler Riggs going at it here, the 37 and the 26. Riggs on the outside. Riggs gonna scrape the wall just a little bit. That's all right. Just making it a little bit lighter, shaving some paint off. Not hard enough to do any damage to the body shape there. That is the 95 machine of Joshua Adams right behind those two. McBride, though, has a 0.8 second lead over Chad Frankenfield. That clean air really doing him some wonders in that 5 machine. He is cycling around here at a 1:19.135 last time around. Frankenfield turned a 1:18.503, so he was a little bit faster. You can see he is closing in on him. Through the bus stop chicane, catching just enough of the curb to keep the car fast. Not enough that it sends the car airborne, though. And Rhett really opened up a bit of a gap there. Top 5 now really starting to be spread out. Logan Shea in the 6 machine. He is in 5th place. Now he is finding himself 6 seconds behind the race leader. He can see our leaders, but they are starting to get smaller in his mirror. Or not really even in his mirror. Yeah. Woo. Starting to get smaller in his front view. Through this very tricky left, right, left complex of corners. You can see the car just really bouncing through there. Very hard to get the power down when the car is bouncing like that. 15 machine though, trying to close in on the 5. The 3 is Scott Haney. Slow for some reason, not sure what has happened to the 3 machine. He has allowed a lot of cars to go on a bye. Joe Torres in the 00. He is on pit road. Because we got one spinning out. That is the 86 machine of Ethan Reisner. Reisner is going to get back onto the throttle here and get rolling. So let's watch that one more time as Reisner is going to work through the bus stop here. Tries to put the power down. The rear end steps out on him. Grabs some brake. Gets rolling. So that is going to cost the 86 a little bit of time. He finds himself running in 25th spot. Scott Haney in the 3, going behind the wall. I'm not sure what had happened to the 3, but it looks to be, oh no. Maybe he's just having some internet connection issues as he is now blinking on my screen. All right, so that's what it is. Brett McBride continues to lead. That 5 machine very fast here. Chad Frankenfield trying to become the first repeat winner of the season. But Brett McBride looking for his first win of the season. Coming into tonight, our points leader was Brett McBride by just 1 point over Chad Frankenfield. Jared Rexing came into this event 3rd in points. Rexing right now running in 8th place. '89 machine of Brent Jones on pit road. So is the 3 of Scott Haney. Joe Torres has been on and off pit road trying to fix some damage. He finds himself 2 laps down to our leaders as they are once again coming onto the front stretch. Brett has led all completed laps so far here at the Charlotte Roval. Check in on our 6th place car. That is the 19 of David Tooker. Tooker working his ways through 1 and 2 of the oval section. That is the 12 machine of Damian Leininger right behind him. Very bright pink 12. Maybe a little bit of an internet blink right there. I believe the 9 of Rusty Capel has gone around. We'll see what happened to him here. Got into the corner a little hot. Got sideways. Got off into the grass. Had to get his elbows up, do some driving. Managed to save it and get back out on the track. He will enter the course now in 23rd spot. The 86 of Ethan Reisner on pit road. He is being serviced by his crew. A little bit of damage there that he is trying to hammer out, so an extended pit stop for him. Brett McBride, Chad Frankenfield getting very close to that wall coming off the bus stop, but trying to carry as much speed through there because you are hitting a straight section, so to speak. You want to be as fast as possible when you get onto these straightaways here. We're on to the oval section of this Roval, to be a more accurate term. Michael Goodman going one lap down. 52 laps our scheduled distance here tonight. '41 machine of Dallas Myhan closing in on Kendall Player in the 94. Very brightly colored neon green Gene. I think that's a really light green. Sharp looking 41 machine, no matter what color it is. The 37 of Ethan Burrell looks like he's got some nose damage and some damage to his back bumper. The 37 trying to find a way around the 7 of Joshua Personette. Onto the backstretch they go as they head towards the bus stop chicane. Matthew Weeks in the 11 machine finds himself in 15th spot. Weeks started in 24th place, so he is moving up through the field very quickly here. Almost getting a car a lap. A good start for the 11. Tries to track down the 26 of Tyler Riggs right there in front of him. Go on aboard with the 11 machine as he is in those tire tracks. Got a little bit of right front damage. Both cars a little sideways there as they crest the hill. Counter steering there on that left-hand turn. You see just how hard it is to put the power down on these vehicles. A lot of torque in these Cup cars. Andrew Rucker in the 64, trying to close in on the 41 of Dallas Myhan. Meanwhile, the battle rages on up front. Not much has changed. Frankenfield continuing to stalk the 5 of Brett McBride. .04 of Adam Meyer sitting in 3rd place still, but he now finds himself 4 seconds off the race pace. Levi Zielinski in 4th place as he heads onto the front stretch and crossing the start-finish line. And rounding out your top 5 is the 6 of Logan Shea. Damian Leininger And the 12 machine, though, still right behind him. And then the 19 of David Tooker. So tire wear really starting to show up here a little bit. Our best lap time by Rhett McBride on lap 3 of a 1:18.240. Rhett's last lap was a 1:20.750. Almost 2.5 seconds slower. Brent Jones in the 89 machine checking in on YouTube. Oh, as the 15's gonna go around. Frankenfield in trouble here. Coming onto the straightaway. Got sideways, took a short little detour through the grass. He will fall to 3rd place. Now he finds himself 6 seconds behind Rhett McBride, and he has got some work to do to get caught up. We go to an instant replay here. You see he's bouncing, trying to put the power down. Caught a little too much curb and it upset the car. And the combination of accelerating and getting back straight just did not work out in his favor. So now the 15, 6 seconds behind our race leader, Rhett McBride. That does move the 04 of Adam Meyer into 2nd place. And as I was saying, Brent Jones in the 89 machine. Parked it early tonight. Brent, we understand these cars not easy to drive on a road course. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello in YouTube chat. You're welcome to hang out, chat with us, maybe offer some insight into what's going on out there. As Damian has got around Logan Shea to move Leininger into 5th place. Joshua Adams in the 95 machine. He is on to pit road. 73, Michael Goodman also hitting pit road. Goodman on a bit of an extended stop there, so maybe fixing a little bit more damage. Very easy to get extensive damage here. As you catch a curb wrong, you're going to bounce right into a tire wall, maybe even the safer barrier. It looks like the 95 of Adams is going to go behind the wall. We could be seeing our 2nd DNF of the night. The 46 machine, Jose Mejia, started 25th, right now running 23rd. Adam Arnold in YouTube chat. We'll watch Michael Goodman here for a minute. Michael, you're being instructed. Quit driving like an old lady. Put your purse down. Hit that throttle a little harder. Do something. 25th place. Ooh, as he gets a little sideways there. Right now he is running in 25th. Looks like his car's pretty torn up. A lot of racing to go for that 73 machine. With all that damage on there, he's going to have a long event That will be one tired driver if he continues on out there with that beat up machine. Not just physically, but mentally tired. Continue to watch out for cars. You know you're slower. You do just as much looking out the front as you do out the back. You don't want to be the cause of someone else's bad night when you're torn up like that. But Goodman running a very respectful line right now. Found a little spot to kick off some laps. The 9 machine, Rusty Capel. Last car on the lead lap. Leaders are right behind him as we go look out the back of this 9. You can see Rhett McBride in that silver 5 machine. We do have a few other drivers on pit road. Dallas Myhan in the 41. Looks like he is coming in for a scheduled stop. So is the 94 of Kendall Player. Jacks go underneath it, tires go on it. Rhett McBride in the 5 machine. When will he make his pit stop? Adam Meyer in the 04 is closing in on him. The 04 really turning in some very quick lap times here. Maybe showing that he is taking care of his tires a little bit better, able to get some more out of it here in this long run that we have. No cautions here as we are on a Roval. Local yellows only, meaning pretty much just don't hit the car in front of you as it's spinning out. But the 04 has closed what was a 5-second gap. Is now down to a half second. Jared Rexing in the 10 machine. He is on pit road. Who is the 28's going to tag the wall there a little bit? That was Joshua Clark. Looked like he tagged the wall. He made that sharp left-hand turn to the infield section of the course. You can see he's got some right front damage from that as well. Go to our turn 3 instant replay here. You can see he just overdrives it into turn 1, clips the wall, but was able to continue on. We go back live. Tyler Riggs in the 26, right behind him. Ethan Burrell in the 37. 3 cars here, all in a battle for position. This would be for a top 10 position. The 28 in 10th place for the moment. '83 machine doing some donuts in front of our leader. That is Stephen McGough. He's going to get it straightened back out, get rolling. See where things went wrong for him. Getting through the bus stop, not so cleanly. Back that up a little bit further. You can see he got sideways going in. I believe he got into the 77 of Jacob Bell there. One more look at it on board with Jacob Bell. 83 just got in hot. A little bit of contact for Bell, but he continues on. Now Jacob Bell looking to be lapped by our leaders. McBride and Meyer right there. Bell in the 77. He's going to stay to the high side and let the leaders go on by. Now we have 17 cars on the lead lap. One driver not making up a whole lot of time from his mistake. That is the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. We saw him loop it on the front stretch. At 15, sitting still at about a 5-second gap to the race leader. Now the question becomes, will he try and short pit? Get on those fresh tires, make up a little bit of time with those fresh tires, and will he continue? Oh, he's going to catch some curb there. That almost shot him off of the track. Pretty sure he was thinking about being launched to space there. Field really getting spread out right now as they are in their racing positions, but as the leaders are working their way through lap traffic, is really starting to mix things up a little bit. One thing hasn't changed, that is our race leader. The 5 of McBride continues to lead, has led for 21 laps so far tonight. Across the start-finish line once again to start lap 23. As the 5 has survived a charge from the 04 Meyer. Meyer starting to drop back a little bit. McBride. Last lap turned a 1:22.035. Almost 4-second fall off from his fastest lap on lap 3. We are nearing the halfway point of this race. Very solid run out of the 5 machine here tonight. Looking like he could be on his way to victory lane. However, he's got a lot of left and right turns before that is all said and done, and it does not take much to make a mistake here on this road wheel. Thomas George in the 42 machine. Right now, he finds himself in 8th place after starting 13th. You can see he finds himself 40 seconds behind the race leader, 17 seconds in front of, 17 seconds behind David Tooker, and then almost 14 and a half seconds in front of Andrew Rucker. Thomas George running in 8th place. Race contender Chad Frankenfield. Wow, I'll spit it out. The 15 machine hitting pit road. Hitting up from 3rd position. Gonna scoot on by the 87 of Richard Hines. Hines finds himself 1 lap down in 23rd spot. Running those teal wheels and numbers. Showing his support for Casting for Hope. The 9 machine of Rusty gonna head for pit road. So something happened to the 9. Let's back that up. Let's see if we can see where the 9 went wrong. And Rusty working through the infield here. He's just going to pull off the track. Looked like maybe he wanted to go back the easy way on the flatbed truck. Rhett McBride continues to lead. Levi Zielinski has moved into second place as the 04 of Adam Meyer makes his break away from pit road. So the 04 is on fresh tires, trying to do the undercut on Rhett McBride. He's going to get out behind the 73. Goodman locked up the brakes there right in front of Meyer. Almost getting into him. Now the 5 machine. Will he respond with a pit stop here? You almost think he'd have to. Adam Meyer. Yes, here comes the 5. Rhett McBride onto pit road. So the 5 machine are making his pit stop. Now, can he get on and off pit road before the 04 comes around? 04 working his way through 3 and 4 on the oval. Gonna get by the 19 of Tooker. Here comes Joe Torres in the 00 on the pit road. Rhett McBride still on into his pit box. Down in the way he's gonna go. Meyer in the 04 though, up to speed, and it looks like Adam gonna take full advantage of that undercut with a great pit stop. Now, of the drivers who have hit pit road, he has the lead. Rhett McBride gonna come out 1.5 seconds behind him. So the undercut going to the 04, Frankenfield in the 15. He pitted about 2 laps sooner than both of these drivers. And there he is, now within striking distance of the lead as well. So good strategy for Frankenfield and Meyer. Unfortunately, Rhett McBride looks like he got caught napping. The 97 machine, Levi Zielinski, is being scored as your race leader. He has not come down pit road yet. He is going to come around and lead this lap. Now, when will the 97 pit? As we are past the halfway point. 1 stop required to make it to the end of this race. Damian Leininger in the 12 machine sitting in second. David Tooker in the 19. He is on pit road being serviced by his crew. Down in the way he goes. Finds himself in 9th place right now. Dallas Myhan rounding out your top 10. Myhan has made a pit stop. That was about 9 laps ago, so the good is off those tires. They're up to temperature. I do not think he's going to be able to lay down a blistering fast lap to catch up to the 19. 9 laps, that's a lot of miles on those tires. Levi Zielinski on to pit road. That is going to give the lead over to Adam Meyer in the 04 machine. Rhett McBride still trying to track him down. McBride really closing in on him now. Frankenfield just at the edge of the shot there. You can see that bright yellow and black machine. Thomas George on to pit road now in the 42. Down and away he goes. Joshua Furr in the 25. Furr winning our opening race of the season at Indianapolis. Right now finds himself one lap down in 16th spot. Battling with the 7 of Joshua Personette, that is for position. Personette holding on to a top 15 position. That 25 all over his back bumper. Check in on the battle for the lead. McBride trying to stay with the pressure on the 04. Hard on the brakes. Then we'll be right back hard to the accelerator pedal. Left-hander here. Got to navigate through the bumps without spinning a tire. While you're bouncing like that, you start spinning your rear tires as you're accelerating, you're gonna have a bad time. You'll end up sideways, out of shape, all sorts of things. Not only that, but then you're just gonna start abusing your tires. The 5 looked like he had a little bit of a wiggle there. Hero Ford continuing to lead, has led for 3 laps now. Levi Zielinski, who led a lap and then came down pit road, finds himself in 4th place. Logan Shea in the 6th, rounds out your top 5. This race is going very fast as the 97 really got a lot of curb there. Bounced way up in the air. It's going to slow him down through this oval section. One driver just outside the top 10. That is the 37 machine of Ethan Burrell. Ethan finds himself 11.5 seconds behind Thomas George. Andrew Rucker in the 64. Right behind him, Rucker trying to close the gap to him. A lot of gap now between drivers on the track and battles for position. Except for our front 3. They are separated by 2.1 seconds. McBride now really putting the screws as the 64. Rucker's going to go around. So Andrew Rucker in the 64 machine going around here, kind of in the racing line where everyone would use the track. We go to a replay here to watch the 64. Let's see where things went wrong for him. It's on the brake. Looks like when he got on the brake, car got upset. Then he got into the curbs. Car got really mad at him. Then he tried to get through the... Ooh, it was the 28 of Joshua Clark. Almost got into him. But the 64 straightens it back out, continues on, finding himself though in 14th spot, 1 lap down. But the 04 and the 5 continue to battle it out. Go on board with our race leader, Adam Meyer. Up the hill, down the hill, left-hand turn, change of elevation, drop down, another left-hand turn, onto the embanking of the oval section. Wide open through the corner here, obviously. Gaining as much speed as you can. Heading down into the tricky bus stop right here. Both of them catching a little bit of curb, inside then outside. McBride really starting to hound that 04, but man, did he send that car skyward. 5 machine looked like he was auditioning for the Joey Chitwood stunt driving school. Cystic Fibrosis Foundation painting all over that 04 machine. We do currently have 26 cars out on track. 2 drivers have gone behind the wall. Brent Jones in the 89 machine will be credited with 29th place. 28th place going to Joshua Adams in the 95. And then Scott Haney in the 3 has been on pit road for the last 20 minutes. Don't know if he's going to be able to get back out there or not. But heavy damage on the 3, seeing him sideline. But as this battle continues to rage on for first place, Chad Frankenfield finds himself in 3rd, sporting the teal wheels for the Casting for Hope. But Frankenfield is losing some ground to our 1st and 2nd place. Tries to work his way around the 46. The 46 is going to step off to the side. Let Frankenfield ride on by. Good sportsman there by the 46 machine. Joshua Furr in the 25 machine. Getting passed by Andrew Rucker, 64, moving into 15th spot. Got 1 driver on pit road, that is Dallas Myhan in the 41. He is being serviced by his pit crew. That is his 2nd stop of the day. Next week, the Elite JoinAPS Cup Series will be at Dover International Speedway for the NSCS 200. Make sure you tune in to the Turn 3 Racing Network for that one. That is October 2nd, 200 laps at the Dover Monster Mile. Look forward to seeing y'all out there for that one. Brett McBride just unable to find a way around the 04, continuing to wait for him to make a mistake. That 04 hasn't put a tire wrong yet. You did see though in the last part of the run before the 04 and the 5 came to pit road, it was McBride's gonna run wide here. We did see in the later stages of their first tire run, the 5 machine able to have a little bit more speed than the 04. Maybe Rhett just keeping the pressure on the 04, making him wear his tires out a little bit. As Rhett's gonna blow his engine, the 5 machine engine just let go on him as he was coming off of the bus stop onto the oval section. The 5 machine has dropped an engine, and that is going to be bad news for him. Oh my goodness. The 04 now has a 4.3 second lead over the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. And Rhett popping an engine. And what could have been the most dominant car out there, his night is done. We'll see if we can't get a quick word in with Rhett McBride. This cow up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, my friend? All right. Doesn't look like Rhett wants to talk. That's all right. Completely understandable. So now Adam Meyer in the 04 as the race lead by 4 seconds over Chad Frankenfield in the 15. Levi Zielinski in the 97, he is in 3rd spot, but now he is finding himself 28, almost 29 seconds behind the race leader. And the 97 moves into 3rd with the popped engine. So Meyer, Frankenfield, Zielinski, that makes up your top 3. Logan Shea in the 6 is 4th. Damian Leininger will round out your top 5. Tyler Riggs in the 26 machine, trying to track down Andrew Rucker in the 64. Rucker was able to get around him, but the 26 saying, no, I want a spot. This is a battle for 12th place, including the 7, Joshua Personette. So 3 cars battling right here. Personette holding on to 12th place. Rucker in the 64 and 13th. Briggs in 14th in the 26 machine. Rucker on the back bumper of the 7 here. Taking a peek to the inside. Personette feeling the pressure, but just because you're feeling the pressure doesn't mean you have to respond to it. And the 7 with a good run onto the oval section here is going to open up a bit of a gap. We see Leininger going to join this battle, try and work his way through this lap traffic. Leininger finds himself 39 seconds behind the race leader. Our race leader, the 04 machine of Adam Meyer. Now he's just got to manage the gap for just over 10 laps. Frankenfield 3.2 seconds behind him. You see Chad off to the right of your screen. Hard on the brakes for this little left-right chicane. Back onto the front stretch, across the start-finish line, and then another hard braking point for this left-hander. And it's actually a right-left onto the front stretch, but because I was looking out the back of the car, I said left-right. Reasons number 102 that I am not a school teacher. Imagine me trying to teach elementary school kids how to tie their shoes. Oh my. You need to take your right hand. No, your left hand. No, I don't know. The bunny ear crossover thing. You know what, kids? Just get Velcro. Way easier. That's how I'd be teaching. Good grief. So Meyer in the 04. Continuing to lead. Frankenfield now 4.4 seconds back. Laps really starting to wind down now. Ten laps to go for the 04 machine. Trying to manage a roughly a 4-second gap back to second place. Seven cars on the lead lap. Thomas George and the 42, last car on the lead lap. We have 24 cars out on track. Rhett McBride in 25th with his blown engine, done for the night. In 26th place is the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Got Haney in the 3 machine. Scored in 27th. 28th going to Joshua Adams and Brent Jones, 29th. Those were all our 29 starting drivers. David Tooker in the 19 machine. He is finding himself in 6th place. He is 54 seconds behind our race leader. As I'm trying to look for any interesting battles for position. Ethan Burrell in the 37. He is 1.8 seconds behind Jared Rexing in the 10. That is about our closest battle for position on the track. Tyler Riggs, 1 second off of Joshua Furr. 25 of Furr holding on to 13th spot. Riggs wanting it. Furr, the race winner at Indianapolis. Started 27th here tonight. Has moved up into 13th. A solid run to the front of the field by the 25 machine. But your race leader continues to be the 04 of Adam Meyer. 3.7 seconds in front of the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. Meyer coming up on the lap car of Joe Torres. Torres running in 22nd spot. He is 3 laps down. Smoothly through the bus stop onto the oval section. Through turns 3 and 4. Getting the left tires up in the air as he tried to cut it as close as possible. Getting all he can out of the track. Hero 4 will be aiding tomorrow at Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, adorning that machine. He's going to have something to celebrate tomorrow here in about 7 laps if things stay the way that they are. Joshua Clark in the 28 machine, trying to track down the 7 of Joshua Personette. Most our drivers running a one-stop strategy here. Dallas Myhan and Jared Rexing running a two-stop strategy here tonight. Rexing finds himself in 8th place of the drivers who've made stops. Rexing is in front of them. Very solidly inside the top 10 for him. Rexing came into tonight 3rd place in the points standings. Frankenfield in the 15 machine right in front of Rexing. 9 laps different, or I'm sorry, that is a lot more than 9 laps. That is 14 lap difference on tires between the 10 and the 15. It looks like Rexing is trying to close in on the 15. Could he have enough to get around him? He's going to have to do it very carefully, very tiptoe-like. I would say that Ian was trying to catch Thomas George in the 42. With 5 laps to go, gonna have to figure a way around the 15 if the 15 starts holding him up, because he does have a car that he will battle for position there in the 42. But at the same time, you really do not want to be the one that takes out a lap leader. The 42 is going to go high. That's going to allow the 10 a shot at him here. The 10 really gets to his back bumper. Rexing on 9 lap fresher tires than George could be the difference here. Rexing making a peek to the inside. George closes the door on him, but Rexing's going to get the power down here as once again they head to the oval section. Can Rexing do something with the 42? As they hard on the brakes for the right left-hand chicane here. This is a battle for 7th place. Adam Mayer has opened up a 5.5 second lead over Frankenfield. Rexing on that back bumper of the 42. Thomas George and trying to hold him off. But Rexing going to get by underneath him. George going to drop down into the draft here and head into the bus stop. Ooh, as George is going to get a little sideways. He's going to have to give up some time there as he shortcut that bus stop. So the 10 of Jared Rexing going to move into 7th place. With 3 laps to go for our race leader, the 04 of Adam Meyer, looking to pick up his first win of the season. It would be our 4th different winner. Got to get around this Charlotte Roval 3 more times. Now he is enjoying a 6-second lead over Frankenfield. Frankenfield just now coming off of turn 2 of the oval section. The 04 makes that right, then left. Don't get into the outside wall. Get back onto the throttle. Carry all that speed. 04 last time around, a 1:21.233. Frankenfield doing a 1:21.268. So the 04 continuing to open up the distance. 2 laps to go. Adam got the lead by pitting 1 lap sooner than Rhett McBride. Did a great job on the undercut. McBride hounded him lap after lap till the 5 machine fired an engine, handing the lead pressure-free to the 04. Is maintained over a 3-second lead ever since then. Flagman holding the white flag in the air. Final lap for the 04. Adam Meyer looking to pick up his first win of the season here in race number 4. Through the infield section of the Charlotte Roval. Up and down the hills he goes, left and right, trying to keep the car straight, keep the car smooth. That 04 machine does have a little bit of damage on the right front. Not sure when that was acquired, but it does not appear to be slowing it down any. He heads to the oval section onto the backstretch for the final time. No lap cars in front of him. 8 seconds. Now 9 seconds back to Chad Frankenfield. Meyer could push in the clutch and coast from here. The 04 onto the front stretch for the final time. And the 04 is going to win it here in the Casting for Hope 120 on the Charlotte Roval, picking up the first win of the season in race number 4 of the season. 4th different winner out of this group. And the 04 got it done quite handedly. Now Levi Zielinski gonna come around here. He is gonna finish in 3rd place. Crossing the line, Logan Shea right behind him, gonna finish in 4th. Leininger now will round out your top 5. The 12 machine starts to slow down. Last car on the lead lap, that is the 19 of David Tooker. He works his way onto the front stretch. And Tooker gonna bring it home in 6th place. Joshua Personette gonna finish 10th. 11th will be Joshua Clark. And man, oh man, what a race we had out here tonight. Adam Meyer in the 04, picking up the race win. So we're going to wait for just a moment, see if we can't find out if anyone is going to join us up here in the broadcast booth for some post-race interviews. While we wait, we'll just go ahead and watch instant replay, slow motion instant replay of our race winner, 04 machine. He picked up the race win, led 26 laps, leading the most laps out here tonight. And we do have one ready, and we'll go ahead and get this started. Levi Zielinski, this is KR up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, the 97 brings it home in third place here tonight on the Charlotte Roval. What can you tell us about the racing out there and what you had to do to get in third?
Yeah, it was a eventful night. I knew I wasn't gonna be the fastest. I knew I was the top 5 car the whole night. For me, like, I come from road racing. I come from production cars, like, recently, so I've gotten dived into that realm. So it's helped me really on the oval side of road racing. The biggest thing is just production cars have more grip, stock cars don't. But it did obviously help me. Like, we have a lot of blind corners here at the Charlotte Roval now, so there's a lot of corners you have to turn in blind to, essentially, where you don't see where you need to hit the apex at or where you need to hit the corner right. And I think that really helps is when you do have that roadside to you, you kind of can tell where you need to hit that corner and where not, because sometimes that piloster right there, you cannot see where you're gonna hit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, blind corners aren't a whole lot of fun, especially when you're trying to do it as fast as possible, but you managed to navigate it pretty well. It looks like your car's in pretty good shape as well. That 97 had a solid race. We also saw you stay out and try and lead a lap, not coming down pit road. Do you think maybe that was your strategy all along, to stay out as long as possible, maybe catch a lap lead, or what was your strategy there, I guess?
Yeah, KR. My strategy for that was I've had the last 3 races have been really bad. Indy, we definitely had a shot to win a race. Montreal, we just screwed up. We didn't race the race we should have, like, 100%. I'm a good road racer. It's just I let myself get too ahead on that race. And then Richmond was just screw up on my end. Sped on pit road and then got nailed by a couple drivers, which sucks. But going into this race, I knew I needed to make up some points and all that, so I need to go out and keep a lap lead and all that, so get the little bonus point. I mean, everything matters at this point, so I'm trying to get back into that chase.
Well, the 97 with a solid finish here is going to go a long way for you. As you mentioned, you got some work cut out for you in the point standings to make up some ground. So nice job. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give for tonight's race?
Yeah, just like to give you a shout out, KR, for doing the broadcast and everything you guys are doing. JoinAPS, Chris Young, great guy. He's definitely sponsoring this Cup Series very well with JoinAPS on the banner and all that this year. Looks like he's going to be back next year too, which is really awesome to see. Chad for running the league and all the admins, Vic Bloom for being the off-track official this year, and Josh Personette for keeping this cup side running very smooth. I just appreciate everyone what they're doing, and us admins are trying to do everything we can to keep this racing smooth and have fun. So, and oh yeah, Jaws Graphics for the awesome car design.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on third place out there tonight.
Yeah, no problem, man. Have a good one.
That was Levi Rowdy Zielinski. As I said, getting it done, third place. Now let's go ahead and talk to our second place finisher. That is Chad Frankenfield. Chad, you got your ears on, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Will you bring your car home in second place here tonight? But you had a big moment for yourself as you were battling with Rhett McBride in the opening stages of the race. What can you tell us about your race and everything that led up to finishing second?
I mean, I felt like over the course of a long run, my car, I felt like I was probably the fastest. But unfortunately, I lost it coming out of that last chicane, and it fried my tires the rest of the run. And then just for me pushing too hard, I banged the wall up. I probably ended with probably about a minute of optional, and I just used the car up too much. It was not the best for me on the road course. I'd like to try. I usually keep it real clean, but I mean, you can't complain. It's a good points day. It sucks for Red though, man. He was so fast, and it just sucks. I think he must have blown his motor or something coming out of that last chicane. I know he was using first gear a lot. He must have just got on it too hard, but overall, good points day.
Yeah, we saw the 5 pop an engine as he was battling with the eventual race winner, Adam Meyer. But the 15, always within striking distance there, and you continue to have a solid showing here in these standings. picked up the win in Montreal. Here you are finishing second. Could we start considering you a road course ringer?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough on my end. I mean, I think guys that have raced with here in Elite, I don't think they'd call me a ringer. But yeah, I mean, it's something I really enjoy, and it's something I'm really good at. And, so the next one on the Cup side, we don't have one till Watkins Glen, so a lot of racing left for the rest of the season. I think the points battle is going to be nuts here for the playoffs. I mean, we got 4 races, 4 different winners, so right away there's only 10 spots left, so it's going to be pretty interesting. So we'll see how it turns out. But again, thank you guys for broadcasting. Thanks to JoinAPS for sponsoring the series.
All right, Chad. Well, man, congratulations on second place here tonight. You did a brief little thank you. You have anyone else you'd like to send a shout out to?
Just thanks everybody for running. Thanks Speed 51, Homestyle, brew company, our beer company, Casting for Hope. Thanks Scott Haney for coming on board today. It was nice to see all the guys with the teal wheels for ovarian cancer awareness. But yeah, it was an overall good day. Thanks again, guys.
That is Chad Frankenfield bringing it home in third place here tonight. Congratulations to Chad. And I have held out hope, and if we can get Adam, and there he is. All right, he just showed up. Adam, you got your ears on here, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Adam in the 04 picking up the race win here tonight. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the race and how it came about that you undercut the 5 and then were able to hold him off.
I mean, pit stop number 1, being consistent and saving those rear tires. But man, when he blew that engine coming out of the back chicane, that was crazy, man. That I felt like that just kind of sealed it for us. It was an incredible run, man. A lot of practice went into this.
Well, the practice pays off. The 04 brings it home in the top spot. And I'll tell you what, you had a fan over in YouTube going ballistic, cheering for you in the last few laps. So I would imagine that you have a special thank you to send out for that.
For sure, man. I want to thank, my mom and family for watching, and my friends. And, it's special when, man, it's, road course racing usually isn't my strong suit, but, like I said, we put in the hours, man. And, thanks to Yusuf for spotting me. And, this is a good win for JKR, and hopefully we can take the championship at the end, and be in the playoffs and be in for the running. So,
well, a little bit of ground made up here tonight in that playoff chase or championship chase, and man, that 04 ran up front all night long. You had fastest time in practice, second quick in qualifying, and then never outside the top 5 here, even though you had to make a pit stop. So a solid showing by you. Looking forward, how are you feeling about your chances at Dover? You able to carry the momentum into Dover that you got from here?
Yeah, for sure. We hope so. It's racing, so anything can happen. As we all know, but we're gonna carry this momentum and hopefully bring home maybe back-to-backs, or at least a top 5 out of it, and just keep running strong, keep running smooth, and doing what we do.
4th winner in the 4th race of the season. Congratulations, man. Job well done out there tonight.
Appreciate that very much, man. Thank you very much.
Adam Meyer and the 04 machine winning the Casting for Hope 120 out here tonight on the Charlotte Roval. Nothing left for us except for to go through the results. Adam picking up his first win of the season. Chad Frankenfield bringing it home second place. Third place will be Levi Zielinski. I do want to thank all three of our podium finishers for stopping by and giving us a wonderful post-race interview. Logan Shea going to end up in fourth. Fifth place going to Damian Leininger. David Tooker finishing sixth. Seventh will be Jared Rexing. Ethan Burrell finishing eighth. Ninth going to Thomas George. Joshua Personette finishing 10th. 11th, Joshua Clark. Joshua Furr finishing 12th. Like they had it planned, 10th, 11th, 12th. All the Joshuas getting together, battling it out. But only one of them could have won it, and it was Personette. Beats the Joshuas here tonight. Andrew Rucker finishing in 13th. Tyler Riggs 14th. 15th going to Jacob Bell. Jose Mejia finishing 16th. 17th, Richard Hines. Dallas Myhan finishing 18th. 19th is Stephen McGough. Rusty Capel in 20th spot. 21st going to Joe Torres in the 00. Kendall Blair in 22nd. 23rd will be Ethan Reisner. Michael Goodman finishing in 24th spot. His cheering crowd told him quit driving like an old lady. Hell, he had a pretty torn up race car. He did very well, 6 laps down for his situation. Brett McBride popping an engine, finishing 25th position. 26 going to Matthew Weeks. Scott Haney, our race patron for tonight, finishing 27th. 28th will be Joshua Adams. Brent Jones finishing 29th. And a did not start Chris Young. We appreciate you joining us out there tonight, Chris. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, as this was a wonderful event on the Charlotte Roval. What a track, what a car track combo this is. Big shout out to our race winner picking up his first one of the season. That is the 04 of Adam Meyer. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you haven't done so yet, hit that thumbs up button. It really lets the drivers know that you appreciate the show that they put on for you. Until I see you next week at Dover, I hope you all have a good night. And let's go to Dover and let's get back to some oval racing. Let's have a good time. Until then, I will catch you all later.